All right, wheel spin time. Let's see what we get. Back to Minish Cap. We have 30 minutes of Minish Cap. Hazel. We love Hazel. Well, where am I at? Or by Longmont Ranch. You never heard of Minish Cap Rando? Minish Cap Rando is freaking great. Speaking of, let's freaking get into it. We have our boy Goron, Dwayne the Goron. Go Canes! Woo! Okay, so items we found the mole mitts. That's
Our
actually been like
favorite
the thing that's allowed us to do so much. And we also have Rock's Cape. Between mole mitts and Rock's Cape, we have a lot on our plate, so I'm just gonna keep on doing stuff. I don't think I dug it all inside the Hyrule town. No, there is no Deku Nuts in Minish Cap, so there's no nutting on anything in Minish Cap, unfortunately. They stole that power away from us. But are we just gonna sit here and let that happen to us? Or are we gonna stand up for our right to nut in our Zelda games? And if I want something, I'll stand for it. Graveyard key, nice. I love hanging out in the graveyard. I like talking to the dead grandmas. The dead grandmas have really good stories. They've gone through a lot. Imagine every single grandma and grandpa has gone through so much in life. It's so astounding. Like people who live to be like, I feel like birthdays, like we always like celebrate birthdays when people are younger, but we need to give more like focus on celebrating old people's birthdays, because once you start getting like super old and you're surviving like another year, like you've made it through this world, you've survived another year in this economy. Hot chocolate with marshmallows has to be a soup. It has to be. It literally is just, it's like chocolate soup. That's all it is. Longmont Ranch key, cool. A little bit too late. It's useless now, but sure. Good test. I think I say welcome to Chili's more than just the subathon though. I love that meme. That's one of my favorite vines. And I'm really, really devastated. I don't even know if I want to share this information. This is really like tragic. But if you didn't know, the dude in the welcome to Chili's meme, he actually passed away. And out of like every celebrity death that's ever happened, I think that's the one that hit me the hardest. This world, he was too young. Respect to Chili's guy. He was a legend, and legends never die. The Chili's guy will never die, in my mind. He is immortalized within my own soul. So at least we have that. Okay, did we get... We got some keys in there, but nothing really that good. Do I still have... I don't have any projectiles yet. Oh wait, can I use... No, I couldn't use bombs in the Deku Scrubs, could I? That did not work. It's saying there's something in this building up here. I'm going to find it. Did you know the ocean is a soup? Sure, why not? It's just some good old fish soup, right? Fish soup with a little bit of seaweed. It's like a gigantic cold pot of ramen. Actually, no. First off, does soup have to be hot? Is that like a requirement in the definition for soup? Because if soup has to be hot, then I'm not sure if the ocean's considered hot. Because I've had strawberry soup, and that was a cold soup, but I'm not sure if it actually matches the definition. The ocean's getting pretty hot. I guess if you go to the Atlantic Ocean, I'm used to the Pacific Ocean, which is cold as truck. You have a friend who's part of the soup cult. It's a cult where they acknowledge that any substance, usually liquid, inside of a container can be classified as a soup. So by this classification, a volcano is soup. I guess the only other question is, does the container have to have like a limited size? Is there a size limit to said container? I feel like there should be. Because soup is meant to be eaten as a meal. No limits, just container? What's actually considered a container then? Aren't we all always in a molecular container of the atmosphere and the gases that surround us? I keep on forgetting I have Pegasus boots. And I even have the stabby stab part of the Pegasus boots, so I gotta use that. We are soup. That is part of the cults. Once you get too far, once you get too deep, you start to see yourself as soup. And that's why it's called the soup cult. Because everything becomes soup. And you can't see the world through any other lens. We are soup. 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 Now, honestly, only Australians are soup. Because they're marsupials. That was a kangaroo joke. I don't think there's marsupials in other areas. Okay. Anyways, I don't know where I'm going right now. Now that I'm up here, I'm just like, how do I get in here? I still can't swim. I can't do it. That's super disturbing. Super. That's a good soup pun. And that soup pun was so good, I'm clamming up a little bit. I still can't duplicate myself. Wait, possums are considered marsupials? No. Marsupials are not considered. No, possums are not considered marsupials. Not in this economy. I won't allow it. Why is the Goron following behind me? Because he's a part of the subathon. And he's watching. But he's watching a little bit more closely. Do possums have pouches? Don't marsupials have to have a pouch? If possums have pouches, then I want a possum so bad, just so I can put things inside of his possum pouch. Okay. I'm just kind of scouring a little bit. There's quite a few places we can go. Aww. Possum pouches sound so cute. I'm just thinking of a baby possum inside of a possum pouch now, and I'm like literally like tearing up from like tears of happiness. And I think about just how cute that really is. I'm like even choking up a little bit. Why aren't koalas bears? What are koalas? I've always heard them called koala bears. Why would you bring such blasphemous information to my stream? What? Nope, you can't fly anywhere. I tried. Koalas are also... Oh, okay, if they're marsupials, then that's okay. Why do people call them koala bears then? I've definitely heard people say koala bear like a lot in my lifetime. I guess it was just misinformation. It's good that we're like informing ourselves as a society so we stop making these mistakes. We can put an end to these issues that have been traversing for generations. Because Americans are dumb like that. I mean, to be fair, it might be common knowledge. And also, to be extra fair, for a lot of you people who are watching that are not yourself American, I know I'm like a big representation potentially for American culture to you, maybe. And I'm definitely not a good representation of that. I'm definitely gonna make Americans seem much more dumb. So don't judge our country off of me. I would assume you already don't, because I would hope, but just to make that clear. I think that's a given though. Is there no claw walls around here? I can use the claws up in the clouds. I don't think I ever did the Anju game. I'm gonna go and just get that over with, I think. Wait, does he only hold the sword out in front of him if you're equipping it? He does. I didn't know that about that. Oh, sheesh. Sheeshers. Pandas are the only bears to exclusively eat plant material. I knew there was something I liked about pandas. When I think of pandas, the first three things that come to my mind, the first thing that comes to my mind is the song Panda by Designer. I'm like, Panda, 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 hey, I got bras in Atlanta, hey, sipping dope leading the Fanta, hey, credit cards in the scanners, hey, hoping your haters understand us, hey, like six, Panda. Why does it look like a panda? Second I think of is Kung Fu Panda, and Jack Black being a pretty good voice actor in that movie. Third thing I think of is, I don't know, what else has pandas? Apart from the song by Designer and the movie by DreamWorks. I'm realizing we need more pandas than things. Pandas do not get enough media representation. Because the fact that that's the only thing related to pandas I could think of, like, admittedly I'm not like the most cultured person out there, but still. Pandas are in Minecraft. Thank you, Minecraft. Thank you for providing panda representation. That is a very important cause to me. And the Attacking Toucans Foundation is panda representation. So that's why we appreciate Minecraft. Can we get a panda follower in a rando? Maybe if I make enough for the subathon, I'll commission one of the people who makes this randomizer to make a panda that will follow you around. Wouldn't that be fun? To commission a modder to do cool modding stuff? Can I bomb this guy? No! Ow! This is not going as planned. Hey, okay. Then it did. I don't have any kinstone pieces. It sucks. You want to have cat dog as a follower? Oh, just a cat or a dog. Yeah, I mean, those already are in the game. The game has a bunch of cute cat models and dog models. I don't see any reason those can't be followers. That's like one thing I'm pretty passionate about though, is if I start like having money that I can have as like expendable income, I would love to be able to like invest it into people who make mods and randomizers and like reinvest the money back into the community so we can get more mods and randomizers of the games we love and have they'd get even more like focus put into them. My roommate Troy does that. My roommate Troy, he is a Mario Kart YouTuber, if you don't know. Plays a lot of Mario Kart Wii. And there's this mod called CGTP. CGDP. Kind of hard to say fast. But it's a really great Mario Kart Wii online mod that allows you to play tons of custom tracks, different modes. There's just a lot you can do on that. And the maker of that it's made by this modder named Mr. Bean, which phenomenal username, great guy. And whenever like Troy has things he wants added to the mod, he just like hits up Mr. Bean and is able to drop him some money and pay him for his time, and then Mr. Bean gets paid to add things to his own mod, and so he like gets rewarded as he should be. And so I'm definitely like inspired by the fact that he does that, and I hope I can provide some more monetary gain for some of the modders or all the Zelda stuff that's going on. Cool, we got a heart piece for killing that guy. I'll take it. I think I might have turned off the keystone pieces for this cloud area up here, which actually makes me really happy because doing the kinstone pieces up here is not a fun time. No, actually, no, I haven't. I can still fuse with all of them. They're still all interactable. I'll take it back. Boy toy named Troy used to live in Detroit. Dope dealer full of money, he was getting some coin. Had some shootouts with the law, now he live in a palace. Bought me Alexander McQueen, he was keeping me styling, and that's real, real, real. Gun in my pocket, bitch, I came just to kill. I'm only popping, only took a half a pill. I'm on some dumb shit. By the way, what'd he say? I can tell he ain't missing no meals. Pull up on the fucking mama automobiles and I tell him that it's real, and they telling me to chill. Doing something bony, that he let me take the peel. He doing something bony, he wants something he can grab, so I pull up in a jag and I hit him with a jab like dun 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 dun, my anaconda don't. Just making sure that I remember a majority of that Nicki Minaj verse. It's really good to have your scripture memorized in case you ever need to resort to it in a time where you're down. We got the clouds. Up in the clouds, baby. Sorry, I just had my throat just like close up for a second. I don't know if there's anything else. Oh, right as I say, I'm like, I'm not sure if there's anything else up here. What? What is this? Was I jinxed? What does that do to me? I can't use anything. I'm cursed. Tyler, have you considered asking Troy to change his first name so that I can stop thinking you're talking about me? But your name is Space. Your name's not Troy. I don't have another name for Troy. But I have another name for you, which is why you're Space and why Troy is Troy. Sorry, I met Troy first. Finally got a bottle. Thank you. This could allow us to go up the mountain. Ja, 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 ja. Ja, 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 ja. How long has it been since we started Minish Cap? 20 minutes. We have 10 more minutes of Minish Cap, and then we shall be re-spinning the wheel. It's coming back quick. No, you didn't. You met me first. That time you responded to one of my comments on a Versus video about 9 years ago. Oh, facts. That's true. Was your name Space the Whale 9 years ago on YouTube? Have you maintained the same username as long as I have? You are the only newt I know. Token newt. No, it wasn't. Well, then it doesn't count. You have to have the same username. How am I supposed to know who's who? Do you think I'm fucking omniscient? I mean, bitch, I might be. Who knows? You expect too much from me. omniscient toucans. I like the wiggly marshmallow. It's having a good time. They just jiggle back and forth. Damn, son, I can't wait till I have a freaking ocarina and I can... Wait, there's just a quick warp button? What was that? Oh, that just takes me back to this place that I started. I thought that was allowing me to warp somewhere before I had the instrument. And Mario Sunshine isn't removed from my channel. You can still watch it. Episode 1's still public. The rest of the episodes are unlisted. I just unlisted the rest of the episodes because those videos actually do well in the algorithm. Because when people watch even those videos, like, they get enough watch time that YouTube like starts recommending them again. And I was like, if any episode is recommended, well, episode 1 is okay. I'm okay with that. But I don't want like 30 episodes to potentially all on their own leg be in the algorithm, just floating out there, showing up on people's suggested video pages and stuff. I'd rather those series be more like a series where you have to have like the intent to watch it. So you like go and watch and find it from the beginning. I kind of just like restructured it to make those videos not do as well in the algorithm and just have them be their own, just like standalone things that happened in the past. I think that makes sense. At least it makes sense to me. I'm not sure if people who never upload videos of themselves online, what it's like not having an online existence and not having to think about how people are perceiving it. I don't know, I think the thing that just like kind of trips me out when it comes to videos is like at the time I loved everything about those videos, but then people like will watch stuff like 10 years later and then like in their head still kind of perceive you're the same person, and like they'll kind of interact with you if you're doing live streams and stuff. They interact with you as if you're the person from the video they watched from 8 years ago instead of the person you are now. So I try to like make it more obvious of a separation, I guess, if that makes sense. I live stream a lot. I think a lot. All right, we got the water in the bottle. We can finally water the little bean. And this is gonna allow us to take us, this is Mount, it's like Crayola, I think? Mount Crayola? Cranal. Mount Cranal. I thought this was a 12-year-old boy, but it ended up being a lesbian. Why do I? Tyler say the darndest things. Are the Tektites always this color in this game? They look pretty cool. I like the white and red. I don't think that's the color they typically are, though. I think the Goron is like stealing from their color palette. We made a super basic Mario 64 randomizer tracker. What is that like? Interesting. I'm curious as to what that encompasses. Go for it. Just make sure that the link has lots of viruses. We love links with viruses. Super basic, the way I like it. Super basic, unlike me. Super basic like you basic hoes. Go take a look. Sure. I'll give it a look. It is nice and basic. Except it doesn't do the one thing that the Mario 64 tracker is supposed to do, which is tell you which level is randomized to each level. It does look nice though. Very clean. It looks just like the game, honestly. It has like the same kind of art style. I like it. It's cool, yeah. Just make all your own trackers. Just like kind of figure them out, evolve them on your own. It's like your own little projects. The thing is, you can put them into your own program, and then you can have your own version of Emo Tracker, but it's not Emo Tracker, it's Countdown Tracker. And it has all the trackers that you made. And it's your own pride and joy. It's your own child that you programmed. Okay, gotta get some of this hot spring water. Hot spring water. You made that in 7 hours? That's impressive. That's some like record timing. What's Donabelle's up to? Donabelle's not even memeing this time, but she's pregnant. She's gonna be having a baby in a few months. So she's gonna be experiencing mama life. I'm excited for her. I can't wait to be an uncle. It's gonna be great. It'll be good times. I need to figure out where to take this water. I can't remember. Actually, yes I do. We have a shortcut. I can just use this to get up there. All of my quotes are very harsh. I wonder what whoreball was rolling over me though. Can I? Is it possible to get in here with bombs? No, Donabelle's is not pregnant with a grandma. She will not be giving birth to a grandma. No, I don't know if I can get in. Oh, yeah, that doesn't mean... Can we get rid of quote number 3? That's really mean. I mean, it's kind of true, obviously. If you want to live your best life, go out, but just seeing it, like, in quotes just seems very harsh. Yeah, I don't like that one. Not a fan, not a fan. I don't know how that quote command works. Oh shit. No. Wow. Is my hot water gonna be unhotted? you pulled it up individually. You put the focus on it. This makes it like even funnier. And like the one's like the worst one is the one that's getting all the attention drawn to it. That's how it be though. Is Link purple because of one of the charms or because of a randomizer? It's the randomizer. He's purple Link. What do you think of purple Link? He wants your opinion. Hey, what is it? Del quote. Okay, Del quote 3. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us tomorrow. But that's such a random ass quote. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us tomorrow. That's funny. Oh, why does that make me laugh so hard? I mean, you can definitely live your best life if you're a fat ass. You definitely can. I was probably speaking of my own self because I felt like I couldn't if I was, because I was trying to be like a dancer and stuff. So I was like, I gotta get into good shape if I want to do this. I'm not sure why someone quoted that tweet though. Like, depending on what you want from life, you definitely can have a great life. It all just depends on your expectations of life, I guess. And it depends on your definition of your best life. Also, that quote was from 2020. I feel like I've gotten even nicer since then. Like, I used to be pretty harsh with my like judgment on like and my perception of things, but it softened a lot. I'm a pretty skinny guy, and at best, I'm having an average life. Yeah, really, your weight doesn't have that much of an effect in your life as you would potentially think. Also, I think at that time, I was upset because I thought that a guy that I liked, like I thought he didn't like me back because I was overweight, and I was like, oh, he's not gonna like me unless I get skinny. I was just like in this mindset that I wasn't gonna live the life I wanted and be with him unless I got skinnier. And then what happened? He actually ended up dating another dude who was like 80 pounds heavier than I was. And I was like, what? I was like, I thought he didn't like me because I was overweight, but actually he didn't like me because I was underweight. So then it changed my perception, and I'm like, everything's relative, everything's fucking perspective. Nothing's as definite as you think it is. You can never predict what's going on in other people's brains. Just because you think something's a particular way doesn't mean that it is, or that other people are perceiving it the same way that you perceive it. So, yeah, I mean, life is interesting, but it's good that it's interesting. Oh, nice, we got a golden kinstone piece. Gonna make some cloud. There's so many single rupees in the seed. Oh, that's because we have rupee sanity on. And pretty much what that does is it adds all of like the freestanding rupees that are just like sitting on the ground into the shuffle. So there's a lot of like green, red, blue rupees that are added into the shuffle. But it adds a lot more like places for stuff to be found. It makes it really fun for this rando. When I wasn't actually overweight, I just kind of had body dysmorphia and thought I was overweight when I was actually regular weight. I have a much, much, much healthier mindset about myself and about life and about others and everything in comparison to a couple years ago. I was honestly in a pretty dark place mentally a couple years ago, and I'm so happy to be out of it. It's very nice. And it's also just like kind of taught me like how life can be so different in different scenarios just based on your own perception and the way you kind of view things, and how it's important to see things from different angles sometimes. Oh shoot, it is time to switch games again. Let's go ahead and save. I was really scared. Hang on, Tyler. We're predicting. Oh shit, okay, we're predicting what the game is. Okay. I'll play Minish Cap for a couple more minutes while the prediction goes through. Can someone tell me why my family is using the family group chat with like all 20 family members to coordinate picking someone up from the airport that's happening between two people? I got like 10 text messages between two family members who are one's picking them up, and this is in Missouri. It's like, that's the family group chat's not the place for this. The fun thing about this channel prediction is everybody, if you've been watching the stream, you should have channel points. You get channel points based off of how long you watch the stream. And what's it, 5 minutes? Why'd you just scream 5 minutes? But yeah, you can bet channel points on what game you think is right. And then if you get the correct answer, you get to share everybody else's channel points that bet incorrectly. So either you can make a shit ton of channel points right here, or you could lose quite a bit. What do channel points do? Ha! Glad you ask. Right now, really nothing. They're just kind of a fun virtual currency that exists. I'll probably put more purpose on them in the future, but as of right now, they're kind of just for the fun of predictions, I guess. But I definitely do want to like program stuff, because I think you can program like certain effects and alerts and stuff to go off with certain amounts of channel points. So in the future, I plan to like implement cooler ways for those to like affect the stream. Whoa, you climb sideways really fast. Huh? You spent 25,000 points on Twilight Princess. No one's voting on Mario. The one person who put 10 channel points on Mario, if Mario 64 is the answer, you were going to have so many channel points, and I'm gonna laugh so flippin' hard. That would be so perfect. You put 20 on Wind Waker. Only thing I'm slightly worried about is Wind Waker's on the wheel twice. For the sake of this next thing, should I take the second Wind Waker off the wheel? Should I put it back to just one Wind Waker and then a spin again? Ooh, what is this? Okay, I'll take it off. Let's... There we go. Great spin attack. What? What does this do? This allows me to like duplicate myself, I think. That's freaking awesome. Add 3 Wind Wakers? Okay, sure. I'll add 3 Wind Wakers. There's a lot of channel points on the line right here. This is going to be a pretty interesting vote. I'm excited to see who wins these points. Everybody put like whatever your answer was, put it in the chat so I can like visually see what you all voted for. So I want to know like who's going to be getting these points. Max got OOT, Crosswind, Majora's Mask, Melee Majora's Mask, Big Versions. Ah! Oh wait, it actually shows what you voted for on your name. So literally you could just post an emote and I could see like what you voted for. Although actually it makes it easier when you tell me manually, because I don't really know what the numbers all correlate to. Alright. I think the vote has like, what, 1 minute left on it? I'll let it go through. Who's this man again? The Crinal Hermit. They love putting hermits on the mountains in Zelda games, especially the older ones. Okay, anybody who wants to put in their prediction? Pikmin currently is getting almost no love. No, but so right now, a lot of people put their money on Mario 64 actually. And there's like nothing on Pikmin. Oh, that was so close. I thought I wasn't gonna make it for a second. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and save. Saving. I have been help skewing the votes a little bit and trying to like even it out a little bit, you know?